What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're going to show you this new hood that we picked up for Project CB9. This is called Brittany Blue Metallic. This is a specific 1991 hood color. So we'll go ahead and give you some more details of the hood pickup. And on top of that, in the last video, we did some core radiator support work. We're going to go into more detail of what's going on with that. So let's go ahead and show you what's going on.
Used hood, 40 bucks, not a bad deal. Wrong color, but brand new hood, never installed. Off we go back to the house. All right, got this hood transported from a purchase of marketplace transaction. We'll see how this thing survived its journey. Looks like it survived the journey pretty good on the trailer, wrapped up in the blankets. Next step is get this unloaded and out onto the car. Let's do this. All right, here's the old hood that we're gonna replace. As you can see, major dent in the front, buckled up sheet metal right there. So this is gonna get replaced with a new hood. So let's go ahead and get this replaced.
All right, here's the new hood that we picked up. This is Brittany Blue Green Metallic. This was specific to 1991. The story behind this hood is a guy was friends with a body shop employee. They painted this hood for a customer. The customer's insurance did not come through, so this was sitting in a body shop for months, maybe even years, and he just gave it to his friend. So his friend went and put it on Marketplace, and that's how I found it. So picked up this hood for 40 bucks. Not a single ding or scratch, but that's too bad. It doesn't really match the Arcadia Green Pearl, but it's technically in the green family. So this will hold off for the time being. This does not have the dent like the old hood had right there. So we've got this aligned pretty well, as you can see here. And with last video, when we did some core radiator support, pulling this headlight mounting tab out, took notice that there's some major gappage between the hood and the headlights on the driver's side as it compares to the passenger side right there. Also, the grille slopes down, as you can see right there. Basically, what's going on is this core support, it's not quite straight. It's most likely gonna have to be cut out and re-welded. So I've got a trip planned for the salvage yard next weekend where they've got 2 green CB9 Accords. Hopefully they're both Arcadia, so we can choose the best core support. These core supports are sold out right now with the COVID crisis going on, since these come from China most of the time. So that's my only option, to get a used core support that's OEM, but that's fine. It's not going to be a cheaper, thinner metal. So we will do some coverage on that. But that is exactly what's going on here with this front end. So we're not quite done with this front end. Bumper's not going on, but this might be going to the body shop to get the core support replaced, because I do not have a welder. So we'll let you know what happens. All right, guys, further investigation with the measuring tape. This is what I'm coming up with. I'm gonna measure from this bolt right here on the radiator support, and this hole right here on the radiator support, and also compare it to this hole right here and this bolt right there. So driver's side on the bolt itself, about 34 and about 5/8. Come over to the passenger side, and again I'm measuring from the plastic cowl backwards, almost at 34. So about 5/8 difference. It needs to come forward. Check the little hole right here, driver's side. And about 34 1/8. Let's see what we've got on the passenger side. Looks like about 33 5/8. So not major, but it still needs to be pulled out. Basically what's going to have to happen is the body shop is probably going to take these headlight off the grill, and they're going to attach onto the core support right here, and then pull this forward a little bit with their hydraulic machine that they've got on the frame rack. The other discrepancy that we've got on the alignment here, okay, basically you've got the core support right here, which supports your headlights, your grille, and the front bumper. So what's been going on here is there's some weld marks right there, and there's some welding going on right there. It's definitely not factory, so this car has had an accident in the past. So I am measuring the height of where they started and stopped the weld on the bottom sheet metal. At 11 3/4 from the ground. Come to the driver's side, about 11 3/16. Compare again to the passenger side, 11 7/8. That's a big difference right there. So from my understanding, the core support is a little higher on this side. It needs to be come down a little bit. This side I think is fine, but I'll let the body shop decide on how they're going to approach this. My guess is they're going to have to remove the welds on the bottom here. Spot welds right there. Spot welds right here. And along these places right here as well. Probably missing some. I'm not an expert body technician, but they will do their magic and get this front end straightened out as best they can. I'm not going to put together a ill-fitting car, because that's not what we're building here. Not too bad. It is fixable, so let's cross our fingers it's not frame related damage and just core support related work. All right guys, picked up a car cover off Marketplace for about 20 bucks. Some lady had it for her CRV, supposedly only used it once. It was in phenomenal condition. And this is a heavy duty fabric. It is a little bit on the big side, as you can see, so I kind of tuck it under the tires, but you know, having some winter protection, I think it pays its dividends, protecting the car. And there was some leakage issues before, so this is keeping all the elements out of the car as well as the UV rays come summertime. Pretty good investment for 20 bucks, can't complain. So it's keeping this CB9 undercover while we're working on this thing. Another thing to notice is the passenger door and fender. There's a lot more clear coat as opposed to the rest of the body, which gives indication of the side impact that this car sustained when we were working on that last video. As you can see, the backside is a lot more dull, and the door and that fender's got a lot more gloss to it, so it's evident that this car has sustained some side impact damage from its previous life, but that's okay. We will get this car revived to its former glory. I want to give a big thank you to my friend and neighbor Joel for helping me install that hood. That is definitely a two-man operation. All right, funny story time. So I listed that old hood for sale for $25 with a dent in there, just to see what I can get for it. Was at the bar with some friends on a Saturday evening. Got a message from some guy that wanted to pick it up as soon as possible. Thought he was in a hurry to restore a Honda Accord, but turns out he just wanted to use that hood for a sled since we were expecting a major snowstorm the next day. So I'm glad to see that hood went for a good cause and didn't have to go to the salvage yard. So I thought that was pretty funny, using it for a sled. Getting pretty creative there. All right, guys, this concludes the video of the hood installation for Project CB9, along with the core radiator support issues we're still having with this car. We've got a lot more issues to resolve on this. Hope you guys can follow along. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.